Hey, it's your girls, Shawnee Dior,
Casey, Mary, your ATO homegirl,
with Real Tea at the Closing Table. Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Real Tea at the Closing Table. We're your girls, Shawnee Dior,
Casey, MJ, your ATO homegirl.
and we are super excited to welcome our special guest, Keshawna, our mortgage loan whisperer and mortgage broker, taking over the city here in Atlanta. So sit back and let's get into this tea. So welcome, Keshawna.
Thank y'all for having me. Look, y'all keep look.
Hold
Hold on.
All right, get into it.
Let it out. Let it out. I'm ready.
I'm ready for it.
The tea gonna be real up here, okay?
And that's exactly what we want. So just like some real conversation, we know what it is that you do, but please tell our audience who you are, spill some tea on your background and how you went from retail into being a mortgage broker.
So first, nice to meet everyone. I'm Keshawna Gresham. I am a mortgage broker with Elite Lending Solutions, the elites of the elites. Shout out to our elites, the elites. So I came into the business because I was young and actually purchasing my own first home. I was really excited. This before I was in the business, really excited. I ain't had no big budget. Bought a little something small, started home. We were good. So in my process, believe it or not, I went under contract. I was supposed to close in 30 days before Thanksgiving. I was under contract in October. Thanksgiving comes, we're not close. I said, okay, things happen. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
We should be in by Christmas. Christmas is came and gone. Okay, maybe New Year. We're going to step into the New Year. Okay. This is New Year. Martin Luther King about to come up on us now. Martin Luther King, I said, wait a minute. Listen.
Thanksgiving to late January.
Don't mean to be violent. My loan officer was local. He didn't live far. His office is like 45 minutes out of Douglasville. I'll never forget. And I was in the Lafayette area. I said, listen, if I get in my car and I drive to your office, it is not to talk. It's not to give me any water. It's not for excuses. It's gonna be it's been a couple of months and you keep lying to me. And he's like, no, I'm gonna get you are. I wrote here when we talked this time, this, and my husband was like, I think you might have found your calling because you really were excited about getting the stuff together and you researched and kind of telling the loan officer like, no, that's not what it is. I looked the rule up and found this and this. And my sister-in-law at the time was the loan officer. So when he was doing this wrong, I was like, I don't know certain lingo, so help me. So she gets on the phone with him. He hangs up on her in 2 minutes. She asked him 2 questions. He was out.
You know what she's talking about.
I said, I knew he was lying to us. And she said, yeah, he's probably not the best. She thought I would close anytime soon. But thank God we did close. We did. But even right before closing, we're like, okay, we went through hell and back.
Did you close with him?
I was about to say.
I did. We did close with him.
Okay.
Oh, no. We didn't, actually. My agent, who was a good friend of ours at the time, I said, listen, we can't do this. Like, the sellers, it was a HUD home. So y'all already know how that is.
Oh, yeah.
They were already gave us all these extensions that we already paid for, $375 for every 10 days. We were not happy.
Who was paying for that?
We were. HUD was not.
And
he
there was
was
multiple 10 days in between Thanksgiving
And back then, it was a couple years ago, so it took maybe 60 days to close. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
Okay.
But HUD was like, we're not giving you any more extensions. So I'm like, you have to close this in these next 2 weeks. Of course, he lied. That's when he hung up. So we met a new loan officer. Loan officer closed in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was so happy, excited. But even right the day before closing, someone broke into the house.
What?
Mind you, it took us 6 months to find the house. We do that. My husband calls me. I'm still working corporate. And he was like, all right, babe, don't panic. I said, oh my God, I'm about to panic.
Anytime it starts with,
I know with that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel bad, but yes, our closing's still tomorrow, but somebody broke into the house. They want us to go by the house. If the damage is too much, they want us to just walk away. I said, never forget, I was in a little cubicle. I said, let me tell you something. If you go to that shit, and we not looking no more. We taking a break. I'm taking a year off. I'm drinking the whole year. We gonna save some more money. Damn this, damn the agent, damn the lender. I was going, he's like, I understand. He said, but luckily it wasn't a lot. It was just drywall, thank God. So we ended up getting the house, still in it. Got a little pretty coin up on it, like triple in value.
Yeah.
Go
Run my money, run my
Cheers
money,
to that.
because I'm gonna learn how to buy the block. There'll be another time we'll talk about. So with it, my husband said, and I wanted to do a career change. I was doing garnishments at that time. So all I do is take money from people.
You were taking the money.
I didn't like answering my phone because nobody really wanted to talk to me. I hate you. Like, it's Christmas. She ain't paid your child support in 5 years. Why you mad at me?
So their driver's license
right.
above you.
So I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something I really enjoy. I like people. I like numbers. And my husband's like, why don't you be a loan officer? I said, sir, that is commission only. You crazy as hell. Who finna do that? So I just gotta really rely on God and the economy.
Yeah. God and the
That part.
God and the economy.
Exactly the life.
God be coming through, but the economy is a little shaky sometimes. I was like, Lord, I ain't trying to question you, but the economy though, you. So I said, okay, we moved into the house and then found out that I was pregnant. So I was like, yeah, I definitely don't want to do this for a long period of time. So while I was pregnant at the corporate office, I called the loan officer who closed my deal. So before I did my test, had my baby, took my test, did everything.
Okay.
So I called the loan officer and he was like, yeah, I remember closing your house. I said, I just want to see if you would offer me a job. And he was like, he had his spill already ready. Well, in order, I said, you don't have to give me that spill. I already took my test, I passed, and I just need sponsorship.
Yep.
He was like, say that again? You know what, I'm going to do you one better. Because you already going to be a game changer. I'm going to let you be my assistant. So you can learn, make some money, be able to pay your bills while you're growing your own business.
Nice.
So you'll get to see what you can do and what you don't need to do. Now, best opportunity I ever had in my career. He was very busy, but I doubled his business in a year based off just customer service. He literally saw his money double. I was like, his agents were calling me all the time. I can't get in touch with him. Or, Keyshawn, I need your help. I need you to explain this. Because I'm the why girl. Don't tell me something if you can't tell me why.
Keyshawn, follow-up questions.
I owe the IRS why? Why do I owe you IRS $5,000? I just did this. Why do I have a penalty? Like, I'm that person. So, doing the job, I learned so much and realized, okay, after a couple of years, I'm doubling and tripling his income. Mine ain't going up like that. He just, of course, he want me to stay here. I would want me to stay here if I was him. He could go travel, be on vacation, be with his wife and his kid while I'm working. And then even sometimes he's contacting me after hours, which he learned really quick not to do.
Yes, indeed.
I said, listen, I get paid a salary at
And
601. Call me. Don't call me, sir. Your agent, I'm going to tell him to call you because this is where you make all the good money.
Yep.
No, wait a minute. Keyshawn does not play about her time limit. When I told Mary, I said, I'm going to call Keyshawn and see if she can be a special guest. I said, but it's 7:30. She's not going to respond. I said, she has do not disturb on her phone. I said, I'm still going to chat with Chelsea in the morning.
It took a lot to get here. I used to be 9, 10 o'clock at night. I hear my phone ring and I'm like, okay, let me just real quick and do this. My husband was like, you gotta cut it off. You have to learn
We
how
talked
to
about that before.
rest and rejuvenate, setting boundaries.
Yeah.
But I was so scared being in the commission position
You don't wanna
and
miss nothing.
Yes.
being black and being a
woman.
female.
Yes.
They have you at this totem pole in mortgage lending.
Yep.
It's the white man first,
Yes.
white woman first, black man first, and the black woman's next.
Yeah.
They can make all the mistakes in the world. God forbid I say one thing wrong and correct it. That's a whole nother conversation.
We always have to be in compliance, and it's a headache sometimes.
I want a discount. Y'all don't go to Party City and ask for no discount.
But my friend's cousin and my cousin, they bought a house with.
Did they buy it yesterday? Did they just buy it last week?
Yeah.
Then whatever they did 3 months ago, is
I
it
want to
ready?
hear about.
It's the boundaries was because I needed my sanity. Working all the time. I was on vacation at my anniversary, my birthday. Have a good time in Mexico. And my husband's like, I know you're not on the phone call. I'm like, real quick. Stop all this agent real quick. I got to call this client real quick. They're freaking out. He's like, you have got to change this because you are beyond stressed. You're not happy. You love what you're doing, but you're depleted.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, but I lose money. I'm gonna lose business. People aren't gonna work with me. He said, well, if they want you to work 24/7, those might be the type of people you want to work with, right?
True.
Come on, husband.
Okay.
I mean, they ain't got no life.
But then he feel neglected because we've had a
He
conversation
did.
about that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, woo!
Just,
Let me tell y'all this tea. This is a true story. I had to drink me a little sip for this because I was like, ooh. Mm. So listen, I was doing this deal. I don't know what happened between this agent and their client. No lie, I'm laying in bed 1 o'clock in the morning. My phone rings. Oh, let me tell you something.
Not 1 a.m.
My 1 a.m., not p.m. I was like, we jumped up. He knew my ringtone. He jumped up. You can answer it. I don't know what you think going on here. You can answer. Look at the call. I don't even have to see. I'm Stevie Wonder to this. He said, it's your agent. I said, I am not answering it because if I answer at 1 in the morning,
Yeah.
I'm going to jail.
You will set the
I don't have anything nice to say to you at 1 a.m.
And it's Saturday at 1 a.m. It ain't even like it's during the week.
Hey.
So Saturday, I went to bed. I said, oh, petty Kiki activated. I get up Saturday, I'm up early. And I'm never up early on Saturdays. I got up, I said, let me figure this. First of all, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna say, no, we can't do that. We gotta be professional. Because even if you ain't gonna work with them, you don't want people with them to
That's
spread
better, first of all.
So I said, okay. Hey, so-and-so, how are you? First, I said, first you're gonna lower your tone. We're gonna talk like adults. There is nothing ever in history at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That
I
you
am a
need from
wife,
me.
a mom, and an individual who needs rest. Whatever, well, the client's upset. I said, what are they upset about? Oh, that's your problem. That sounds like a realtor thing, what she's upset with you about. Was she mad with the numbers? Was there anything wrong with her CD? Because we're closing next week. So you called me at 1 o'clock in the morning for what?
but what's going to be resolved at 1? Because if you think I'm getting out of my bed to
Nothing.
grab a computer,
Nothing.
I'm not having.
I can't reach an underwriter for you.
Every
I can't
part
talk to anybody
of the
at 1 a.m.
transaction, everybody off.
Right.
They ain't no attorney. There's nobody. I
Yeah.
don't care who they are. Shoot, car accidents ain't even open 24/7.
Car
Call 411 Pain ain't open 24/7. So
Yeah.
she got really upset and angry, and I was so proud of myself. And I said, listen, you are never, for the rest of this transaction, you're not even allowed to call me. You can text and email me. You can text and email me. But because you don't respect my time and respect boundaries and feel you have every right to be open to me like you're my spouse don't even have me fully open.
Right.
I'm still an individual.
Yep.
Like, I don't, like, I'm not no beckoning call servant.
Yes.
I serve people, but I'm not your servant. Okay?
Come on.
Come on. I serve you, but I'm not your servant. That goes signed by everybody in real estate, okay? Everybody in transaction. Realtors, all of
Everybody.
that.
We need to put that on a t-shirt.
For,
I serve. I am not your servant.
I say it all the time. They were like, ooh,
Glory.
take it, use it. It ain't trademark. When somebody hits you with it, you feel like you about to go, just know I'm here to serve you, but I'm not your servant.
I like the smile. I like the smile.
I have
And
the little
prayer.
soft tone. Even if I'm on the phone, I do it because I want you to hear.
Right, here's the smile.
Hear the smile.
This is it. So with setting the boundaries, it tripled my business. I was so scared. I remember like going into my little closet.
Set boundaries.
I mean, I was in there crying. I was like literally having a conversation with God. I was like, listen, I worked so hard being a black woman in this industry to grow what I grow. I'm scared that the people I enjoy working with aren't going to want to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it came loud and clear. Change them then.
Come on, guys.
Takes people not to go.
Come on, guys.
So when I did it, some of the agents I loved working with just could not wrap around that I don't work 24/7.
Yeah.
And they went away for a while.
That's okay.
And I was just like, you know what? But the agents that came in, oh, another level. Oh yeah, I don't work after 7 o'clock. I let my clients know, you go past, no, 7 o'clock, my phone is off. I tell them there's nothing we can do. Everyone who could even help us in the transaction after 5 o'clock is really over.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you 2 extra hours
Just to talk
to get stuff
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
So even now, they're just People have lives.
Yes.
Mhm.
People are married. People are single. People are
But I
living
like
their
that
best
you're
And people-
upfront and say,
Yeah.
these are my office hours, these are the times.
But
If
people
you-
who have
you know,
boundaries
whatever.
respect that.
Yes.
And they don't want, if I know that you're not answering your phone after 7, I know you're not going to call me at 11 o'clock.
Mm.
I like you. You know
Yeah.
what? I can work with you.
And I tell the clients, and it was the hardest, not even the agents, the clients that I had to transition them of,
Oh, yeah.
hey,
Everybody feels
it's after
entitled.
7. I'll talk with you tomorrow. I did that just a courtesy because I'm letting you know, like, hey, I'm changing business hours or something. You need to be available. So you know how much money I'm spending on you?
Oh,
Absolutely nothing. You don't pay me.
amen.
You don't pay me.
Yeah,
And I'm doing this as a service.
yeah.
Every person.
Because if your loan doesn't go through, you're definitely not cutting me a check. Yeah.
If the loan don't, the one thing I tell people, when the money starts to panic, everyone's going to panic.
Yeah.
So as loan officers, please, if you're in the industry and you're a loan officer, please stay calm at all times. I promise you, even if you don't feel calm, stay calm when you're talking to your partners. Scaring them and saying, I don't even know what's gonna happen. Now they about to call everybody. Now your agent has a seller down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got a client down their back. They got an attorney down their back. And yes, as lenders, we have everyone else, but you are really the agent and the loan officer, I say, is the brain and the spinal cord.
Yep.
You need each other.
Yeah.
Not one person's bigger than the other. I can't go in the field. I respect what y'all do. I don't go in the field and look for a house and look at this and know and still have a poker face. First, shout out to y'all that have a poker face. Because if anybody auntie coming in my telling me, well, when I bought my house in 1976, it had asbestos. So what did you say? You didn't even have GFCI outlets. How you gonna tell your son who you not putting no money? Ooh, like, I'd be like, how y'all do? I'm like, what did you have to deal with? And you were standing there?
Or Mary just had a client. She was like pulling up to the open house, and I mean to do the showing, and the
Oh yeah,
seller
she
went
just
to.
decided that she just doesn't want to. She won't be here today.
She was getting.
She won't be
She
here.
went to get
She
something.
won't be here today.
She went to go get something.
I ain't gonna be here.
I'm just
She was a little busy.
No, Kishana and I had a client that we put under contract 3 times, and the last deal, they sat outside the house with the home inspector, talking in Creole. About it.
Talking in Creole.
Talking in Creole.
Okay.
So I was like,
Right.
okay. About it not having a dining room
Rude.
because she's a woman and the house has to have a dining room. Her mom told her that. This was our 3rd deal. Do y'all know how hard it was to put houses under contract in 2021?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
And then at a low budget?
At a low budget, and we did it 3 times. I called Kishana.
Shout
I
out to
said,
Kiana. Cause she stay having somebody under contract.
Right.
listen. But I called Kishana and said, yeah, I'm firing her. She said, and so am I.
I was like, because when she used to call, I'm like, you don't have a realistic budget. You have a champagne budget.
Ooh,
Honey.
with some beer taste.
Beer money.
With beer money. Champagne takes
I
some beer
said
money.
and then when she called about this house, I said, I'm already ready to prepare for Keon. Thanks for the heads up. So she calls and it's like, yeah, and this and that. So, well, what was the problem? I said, I just want you to know Keon's a really good ass agent. I really said it like that. She's a good ass agent because at your budget right now, it's non-existent
And
to
you
find
got that
anything that's
contract
actually,
And she found you 3
it was
houses.
actually done, completed, and ready to move in. What is the problem? And she talks. I said, but that's not what you did. Is that what you explained to her in your consultation with her? Did she check off all your needs? Your wants we would love, but did she check your needs off? Because I stay in my lane. I don't ask about Aries.
Right. I always say that. I'm going to do the same in
But
my
we
lane.
get that as agents. We're looking for a home for them, what they said that they want, and it's not what they're actually like looking at. Or
But it's
looking for.
allowing other people to dictate what you want. Like, she really, really loved the house.
And that too.
And it was her mom like, you're a woman and you need a dining room. No man is going to want you without a dining room.
I mean,
Was her mom single?
right? Because then I'm like,
Yeah.
So her mom ain't got no
girl, we
son?
don't even eat in the dining room. We eat in the kitchen. We eat in the family
Bro.
room.
So is the
Dining
man
room is for Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
So is the man coming attached with the dining room? Did I
That's
miss
what I'm
that?
trying to figure out.
Maybe I missed that part. Like, mom, you single. Like,
Child.
I don't need a dining room. You had one at one point, and you still single, so we good, right?
But did
I
you
got a
have
half a sofa currently sitting in my dining room.
And so I told her, and she was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I just think we're gonna part ways." And I said, "Okay, well, I just want you to know from what me and you have discussed, I don't think I have the proper skill set for your transaction as well."
It's the skill set for me. I
And
skill
she
set, I
was
mean
like-
patience.
I said, "You really didn't have your money together. I still found you options."
Now here comes the real. When you're ready to go.
Here's
Right.
the real. Here's the real.
Right.
She didn't have any money. I was able to get her. Shout out to being a broker. # brokers are better.
Let's go. Let's go.
Real quick, this is one of the moments. I was able to get all her closing costs paid without doing the down payment assistance program.
And so now, not to completely change the subject, but so why did you leave retail lending to switch over to being a broker? Is that one of the reasons why?
That's
not
part of
her,
it.
so to speak. But
So I've been talking to a good person. Her name's Arlesia. I work at her company now. Yeah, she's awesome. To have someone, a black female professional,
Let's go.
that's leading. She is not a
Yeah.
boss. She a boss,
Yeah.
but she's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
She is in the field with us. She answers our questions. She's very straightforward, direct. Before I even thought about doing it, we would just talk. Just, hey, one day she just reached out and was like, "Why aren't you a broker?" And I was like, and I thought about it for years. Because with retail, my issue is, in the 8 years I was doing it, I was trying to find the right home.
Mm-hmm.
And everywhere I went, it wasn't right.
Yep.
Because what the overall, when I figured out after going from here to here, is I'm not really the boss.
Yep.
It is, "Oh, you're the CEO, but we want you to make it look like this. You're the CEO, but we want you to go work with Caldwell Baker agents. You're the CEO, but we don't want you to do it like that. I need you to do it." But that's what the rule says I can do. But that's not how our object. I didn't come here for your objective.
Mm-hmm.
I came here because all I need you to do is fund the loans. I bring you the money.
Right.
Like, retail is very good, in my opinion. This is just my opinion.
Okay.
Y'all know y'all people like to tussle. Don't tussle with me. I'm very polite and nice, but I give facts. I'm a hardcore facts. Don't let this cute face fool you. Pitbull. Latch on, don't let go.
I love it. Come on, Keyshawn, tell them.
So with retail, they have mastered making the loan officer feel that they need them.
Agreed.
Not as, "We appreciate you. You make the whole business. This is how I'm able to pay all these people."
Mm-hmm.
Because we bring the money.
Mhm.
They don't bring the money.
Yeah.
They use our money for the marketing to bring in the money. And they still don't give you in most places leads. This is
Yes.
your business
Literally.
that I am bringing. They learn to teach you that you're a liability when you're actually the asset. Even I learned that on the agent side. Yes, you brokerages, I appreciate that you created this little space that I'm never going to pretty much come to. That's first get out the way. I'm not going to sit in the office. I appreciate that you're giving me this marketing, but I'm paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, when I learned that, I was like,
Changes things.
but I want to do it this way. Well, we want you, I worked for a company and they had us hand in hand with an agent office. And I said, yeah, I don't like how this is. I like to build organically.
Yeah.
I don't like forcing, like when you go to your thing with your girl, she got her husband, you got your husband, them husbands don't know each other, y'all trying to make their ass talk,
Yeah.
like this.
No, we want them to be BFFs. We BFFs.
Like this, like,
That's
you like
like a
football?
friend.
I don't like football. Oh, okay. Like playing games. Like, I'm just here. I'm Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Okay.
Because if I don't come, my wife will
I'll
kick
get
my
fired.
ass.
Exactly.
Like, it's going down.
Yeah.
So with retail, everywhere I went, I had bigger and better tools, all this stuff, but I still was unhappy. And I still felt like I was an employee. If I wanted to be an employee, I would have stayed in corporate.
Yeah.
You're still trying to tell me how I need to run, how I need to dress, how I need to look, and no, that's not gonna work for me. That's why I wanted to work for myself. See,
And,
Yeah.
and you-
entrepreneur.
And you touched on a really good point with regard to Black women in our industry. So I started off as a loan officer assistant
Yes,
as
like
well. That's definitely how I got my foot in the door.
That's the best loan officers, by the way.
And like you said, agents start coming directly to us because our branch managers are so busy. So it was coming to a point where I started off in Maryland, where agents were just like, all right, we know Steve busy, we just gonna call Shawnee. And when I moved to Atlanta a few years ago, I switched brokerages because we didn't offer loans in Georgia at the time. So I came down here. I got super, super excited to work with this black woman. I was like, this is going to be so much fun. All of my branch managers have been black men. It's going to be great. And my boyfriend was like, are you sure? I was like, listen, yes. It's like collaboration over competition. It's going to be amazing. It was raggedy. Now, don't get me wrong.
It was ghetto.
Ghetto is not the right word. She is very professional.
Okay.
She is a bomb at what it is that she does.
Okay.
However, I think what she really wanted was just an assistant.
Okay.
And I am able to say I come with a lot. I have a big personality. I'm a lot, so I don't know if that was too much for her. So when I was like, hey, let's sit down and talk about how I can manage your pipeline as well as begin to build my own. And whenever I was talking to her about getting new agents, she's like, oh yeah, girl, you can get me some agents. And I'm like, oh,
You better know.
you're not listening. And it felt like once I said I wanted to do both, it became like a situation where she wanted me all day long to focus on collecting documents. And I'm like, girl, I know how to get bank statements. So the next thing would be what? And so to hear you say that you linked up with a black woman who was willing and able to like lead that's...
Even when she reached out to me and said for me to be a broker, she's like, even if just open your own brokerage and do this. Like, she always was really supportive. And
Very
even
good.
now, she knew what my goals are. I never have to hide my goals. I don't have to say, oh, I want to be a branch manager, be worried about it. And when I told her, she was like, cool, we can do all that. It's whatever you want to do. It's very rare to find that she doesn't feel threatened.
Felt like that was
She
your
does
goal.
not feel threatened by
Exactly.
knowing success. She knows hers. She knows she's going to get hers. Hey, let's all do this and let's support each other.
Now,
Let's do
Kishana,
that.
do you have to take an additional exam to become a broker? No.
Not at all. Not at all.
Come on. Spill it, sis.
Listen, so when I went from retail, when I decided to leave.
So what's the difference between retail and
Okay. So retail,
We got all the
they
questions.
have. Oh, you're good. You're good. So with retail, it's a company,
Okay, see.
a person who decides, okay, this is why I want to make this company A, B, and C Mortgage LLC. This is their dream. This is their objective. They learn and master it, being a good talker, to get people to bring in and make the money. So with that, now I have you as loan officer bringing the money. So I'm going to hire a disclosure department, send disclosures out. I'm going to hire a marketing department. I'm going to hire the closing department, the underwriters, the processors. But with retail, they have this hierarchy. And that's where I get annoyed. Because you hire hierarchies, but they're not really meant for their positions. It's who they know.
Yep.
You're a regional manager, but I can never get in touch with you. I can never call you. Since the day when I was recruiting, oh boy, I heard from you every day. You answer that phone.
Right.
Now I got here. You good?
Yep.
They said I got
They
to call
move
you in
on to the
regards
next
to.
group of people that's going to make them some money.
So when you start doing deals now, what people don't figure out with that, and I learned now that I'm on this side, is hiring all those people. You as the loan officer make less money because they're going to take what you bring and spread it out. Plus, of course, the company got to make some type of bank because they're doing all your compliance, and that's a major part.
Yeah.
The compliance is where it'll trip a lot of people up. A lot of people don't know their game on their compliance. So they're like, oh, we got to pay for the compliance. We're paying for this. Pretty much all you got to do is bring a loan in, and we'll take care of it. But you still got to take care of it. You got to keep the relationship. You got to make sure you promise them I can close in 30 days, but that does not mean that company's going to be able to do it. Because like now, a lot of those retail companies are doing layoffs. So that means you're laying off processors,
Yeah.
underwriters, closers. So
Yeah.
how are you?
So the retail is like you work for the bank.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's like Bank of America, They're a bank, so they're a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But like New
Like
American
Fairway,
Funding,
yep.
those
Okay.
people, it's the same thing, but it's a little
ERG.
more loose per se.
Mhm.
Okay.
But it's still a hierarchy and chain of command. Because if something goes wrong,
Keisha.
when they're calling all the people, they're trying to figure out the solution. They call the head underwriter, they call all these people.
Mhm.
And then it might take 4 or 5 hours. Mind you, my agents, what's going on? Are we going to close? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, I'm just waiting to hear back. It shouldn't be too long. 4 or 5 hours later, oh, well, they don't agree. I don't care about what they don't agree on. I have the rule here.
Right here. Yep.
What is the problem? Is this like an overlay? An overlay is
Mhm.
a company decides, I don't feel comfortable with the risk of what this rule says, so we just want something a little extra.
Yep.
So when you hear overlays,
That's what
ask
that
you
is.
want to work with a loan officer or broker, do you have overlays?
Mhm.
Because them overlays will stop you quick, fast, in a hurry.
It's like FHA says you need a 580. The overlays of the company say you need
620.
Yeah,
Oh,
620,
yeah,
640.
doing their refinance
Yep.
right now, and it's like the people that they're using is like making him do all these things, and then decided like, no, we're not gonna.
I believe it.
Yeah. So is that an overlay?
It could be overlays and whatever they feel.
Whatever
is
they're
not right.
saying.
Mhm.
I'm like, why are you doing all these
Okay.
different things?
Yep.
Oh, it's because it's this loan.
So yeah, agents, game time. Jim dropped. If you go work with somebody, ask them, do you have overlays?
Okay. Yeah.
Because these overlays can't stop you. Because like she said, FHA actually go down to 550.
Mhm. Yep. Yep.
But it's none of my business.
Yeah.
It is all my business. All my business. Brokers can do it. Anyway, hashtag brokers better. But no, with the retail, I realized I'm running into all these roadblocks. Of, okay, I got this, but no, we can't. But that's the overlay. That's not the rule.
Yep.
So y'all not liking this. Oh, one thing, I am the queen of fighting. Oh, they knew when they got good afternoon. I hope all is well. I need to see if you could please help me answer something. When they saw that from me, oh God, Keyshawn finna challenge us. I already got a screenshot. Like, I don't understand why we even here. Like, this is the book you supposed to follow. This is what you get paid to do. Like, to know this. Why you don't know this? You want to smack them. So with it, if they go through all that, like I've had to fight it all the way up, and people were telling me it was not gonna get done. You want to see me really turn Superwoman? Tell me I can't do something I got all 100% to. Okay, and I closed it. Every time someone is that lender's never gonna be.
Never, you said?
I already had 3 backups. If this one gonna work, this was gonna work. This didn't work, this was gonna work.
So a broker uses multiple
Banks,
outlets.
right? So
Instead of
retail,
just
they
the
just have their
retail,
one.
just
This is all they can offer.
Right,
This is what
okay.
they have. Now they do have situations where people will broker out deals.
Yeah.
We were talking about, but with brokering out,
Yeah,
Little
my
game.
friends can broker out.
but one for the loan officers, you don't make as much money.
Okay.
So you're brokering out the deals, and you don't have that control. It's that company, so you're at their mercy.
Yeah.
Of that representative, you're hoping
Right.
and praying they're gonna do what they're supposed to do.
And get back to
Instead
you
of having
and
the
do it
options
as quickly.
because you're a broker, you can go, okay, if this bank doesn't work, this bank will work.
Yep.
Type thing.
So I could look at 15 banks. I got a profile, and I say, you know what? This bank, and I know my bank's niche, because everybody swear they can do everything, but everybody can't do everything,
Mhm.
and not well and efficient. So with me, I'm like, okay, this person has low credit. I got a bank for that. I ain't gonna have no problems. I ain't gonna have no issues. I ain't got no overlays. Whatever that DU states, which is desktop underwriting.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever DU states, that's what they going with,
Yep.
and that's what you see on the broker side. DU.
Yep.
Now, question for you: when you broker it out, or even you're saying as a broker, you have multiple banks that you could shop around for that specific person with their situation, right? Underwriting, is underwriting different, or do you have your own underwriter?
So you still, whatever company or bank you take it to, they have their underwriters.
Okay.
But I will say, I haven't had much pushback or had to even go off or tussle with any underwriters like that.
Okay.
If they do come back, they're really good at it. They'll call you, hey, I just want to clarify certain things. And that's what I really love. Like, wait a minute. Or, hey, I called you, send an email.
Conversation.
Hey, before I finish this, I just wanted to make sure this was good before I
I mean,
made a
those
decision.
underwriters in retail will
Give you some.
put that thing right
some
on
time
back
to
in
get it
here.
It is time for me to go home. I already
Yeah.
met my quota. So whatever
Yeah.
this is, I'll deal with it tomorrow.
And
You
we put
spending my
right
time.
back at the bottom of it.
You finna get this bump.
Yeah.
You finna get
Oh,
beat up.
something
Ain't
was
nothing wrong with
missing.
my sound.
And we'll tell you they're gonna take another 48 hours to look at it.
Let me tell you, for a loan officer or a broker who's really know their stuff, you want to piss them off, suspend the file.
Yep.
I count on one hand how many times I had a file suspended in my whole career.
Yep.
And all 5 of them were BS. I was like, what? They left. That's not my problem.
Yep.
I need some emails coming out because it's going to sit here because in retail, there's a process. If it's
It
suspended.
goes to the back, right?
Oh, you got
I
to review and it takes 24 to 72 hours or depending how bad
Yes,
and backed up they are.
Yes.
So it's almost like re-looking at it all again. I was like, what? And that's the other thing with broker side.
For 2 conditions.
2 minor conditions.
Very minor.
The HOI's date
That were
was
in the
wrong.
file. Right.
The HOI date was incorrect. What?
Yep.
You finna send this to the back of the line for this?
Yep.
And that was another thing with retail. That whole, it takes forever to underwrite. Since I've been a broker, and it's been 8 months, I haven't had a file go over 72 hours, and that was worst case. I've had most of them writing the same day in 24 hours.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to be a broker.
Yes. Brokers, stand up if you want to be a broker. Holla at your girl. Just let you know, it is open to build and expound.
Stephen, close your ears. Don't listen to this one. Don't listen to us.
If he is Stephen, look, if he is Stephen,
Look.
just be great with what you do, all right? All right? As long as you support her, you good. You good. You good. No, but with that, having the power and the control of your file. Like, if I had a problem with retail, I gotta go through all these people, and it might take a day or 2 before they even get back. Versus, oh, I'm having a problem. I call my account executive. That is it. That's it. Hey, I already saw it. I'm already working on it. Give me an hour and I'll call you back.
Okay.
We already finished the resolution. You were right. I apologize. We appreciate your business. Boom, boom, boom.
So it moves faster.
Way faster.
Okay.
On a regular now, because before, let me tell you, I had to realize now how good I was in retail. I used to close deals in 14 days in real time. But with COVID, it started taking 30 days. And I couldn't understand why. I was like, we got everything in like a week. Why, what we waiting on? Well, we're backed up. We don't have this. This person's out. Oh, God. Since I've been a broker, I will tell you, 14 days on regular. I close some deals in 8 business days on a regular. On a regular. I'm like 30 days. Oh, honey.
And Kishana is the queen of we'll figure it out. We just closed the deal less than a month ago, right?
Yep.
Less than a month ago. And she was like, we're going to figure it out.
Yep.
Oh, how much money she need? All right, we're going to figure it out. I'm like,
telling you.
so, if the grandfather want to get, oh no, we're going to figure it out. I'm like, okay, we got that clear.
I have
like,
a
you got
gut
that clear
instinct.
close? I sure did.
My gut instinct, people think I'm crazy when I say this, but it's been like that my whole career. When everyone was telling me no, if my gut was like, no, you can do it, I went for it. And I've won every single time.
Every time.
Was it the way I wanted it to go? No, but I figured out a way how to make it work. So it's like, I've had some deals that like, there's no way it can get done. I'm like, I don't know the solution yet, but my gut's telling me you can do it. Close them every time.
Okay, side note. So this is the story with our last deal that we just closed.
Okay.
Because the tea is, guys, I moved to a new brokerage who was definitely like, hey, here's our preferred lenders. These are the preferred lenders that we want you to use, in which I was a little taken back from because I have used my preferred lenders for so long throughout the years, but I'm always trying to be on the right boat, right? So you say use these lenders, I'm going to go ahead and try to do this. So I have this client. Actually, it's my sister. Congratulations, girl.
Homeowner?
Yes. So I have been trying to get her to buy for like 2 years. We worked on her credit. We did all this, whatever, right? So maybe we'll have her on one day to tell her journey.
Yes,
But
that's okay to see.
yes,
That's
okay. So they wanted us to use this preferred lender, not knowing that that relationship was kind of coming to an end.
Okay.
So I get her pre-approved, and they're like, oh, this is your blood sister? I'm like, yeah, same mom and dad. Oh, we're going to comp her appraisal. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Don't worry, we're going to get her in. So I'm like, we're shopping. I'm like, hey, I think we're going to go on the contract. Send me the file as soon as you get it. Go on the contract, send the file. When I tell y'all this man went ghost on me, I've never had a letter go ghost. Like, never. Like, at least fake
Under
the phone.
contract and went ghost?
Fake the phone and whatever. I mean, not a phone call, not an email, not a follow-up. For 3 days.
Okay.
I called Kishana and was like, you're not going to believe this. And she's like, you're lying. And I'm like, no, but I need you to save this file. And she's like, send it to me. And she's like, oh, no, I got you. We're going to close. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
I was just saying like that on my deal that's under contract now. Like, when things fall apart, you need to have somebody that you know. But
It's about building a team.
it is. And it is like, well, we had to go this way at first, but I already know that my person can do this. You know what I'm saying? So, and then sometimes the buyers, they'll come in with their own person.
Right.
Yes.
And you try to convince them that, I have this, but it's like, use your person. But it's like, okay. Now,
It is,
it's falling
because
apart.
I'm
Right.
trying to stay in
Now I gotta
compliance,
say this
and
to
I'm
my
sending
people
you
and be
to
like,
my
oh my
preferred
God.
lender. But Kishana picture is in my
Yeah.
my booklet, and in my booklet it has my preferred lenders. So it,
People don't understand. It's no one's trying to force you to use them for money. It's
Right.
not about money. It's
Nope.
that person I built a relationship because things that went wrong, shit that went left, and this person had it.
Right.
And one thing I also tell my agents too, because a lot of them I've in the past few years I have gained from deals going wrong, and I said I have no problem doing that. But also give me the respect of let me be the first to deal
Yes.
with it.
Right.
So you ain't got to deal with that.
Yeah.
Some agents were just sending me, oh, this fell apart, and I said I had to sit there. I said, listen, we're going to become Jesus mama.
Yeah.
I appreciate your, I truly do, because I appreciate you feeding my family. However, give me the opportunity to try now. You saw what I can do in a
Right.
bad situation. Let's not even have that happen. That's a stress factor you don't need.
Yeah.
Finding a home for someone now is hard. To get them qualified is hard. To have to get in your car, invest, put money, and hope they close, and depend on your partner, and your partner drop the ball and don't even give a damn.
yes.
Like, oh, well, they can't do it. Too bad. Tough tip. What? No. You about to get beat up. Like, people need to be glad. You get beat up. Paying people money.
When we close, my sister and I, y'all know me from Philly. We were gonna call. Okay, we was gonna call him under a different number. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to find out
Yeah.
where your
Why?
office is
'Cause
located.
you definitely got me a
because
little
we never
effed up.
heard back. Period.
So you just never heard from him.
Never.
Like
got
to
a
this
contract
day.
with him.
To this
I'm gonna
day.
say still today. You haven't heard?
To this day.
Okay, that's terrible.
Well, he already know where he's standing. Well, let's
Right.
hope she don't see you in the street play.
Right. Well, okay, so before we start sending out threats, let's just go on and wrap this up. Shauna, thank you. We have to have you back again. Clearly, as you guys can tell, we have so much more to talk about. So this will not be the first time you guys hear or see. Right, what did I say? I said it won't be the first. Well, it was the first, but it will not be the last time that you hear from or see Kishana here on our show.
Okay, you can make this a regular thing.
I have no problem doing that. I appreciate y'all wanting me to be
The
on.
lesson that we have learned is that you definitely want to be a broker. So again, Stephen, mind your business. Don't listen to this because I love you. But I'm probably going to have to talk to Kishana a
Oh,
little bit.
Kishana, please drop your
Yes.
how they can follow you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh look, on the Instagram. We in that
Follow
era.
along,
Huh?
Whisperer.
So yes, at Kishana Gresham is my Instagram.
Spell
Same
Kishana.
thing. Oh right. I be acting like everybody can spell Kishana, right? It's KYSHONA Gresham. Look, she you way off what you was saying.
Because the Kishana with the house is KES.
Right.
And the one I went to high school is the same. She was Kushana, CASH.
Okay, say it again.
Okay,
Give
so
me your phone again.
Kishana Gresham.
Spell it.
KYSHONA Gresham, GRESHAM is in Mary, not
Yes.
N, because you know I can be a little country family. So it's Kishana Gresham. I drop gems all the time in regards to mortgages. Anything you need to know, please, by all means, all my contact info is in my bio. Oh my gosh, it sounds like somebody on OnlyFans.
All right.
Link in bio.
Link in bio.
Link in bio. Until next week. Bye. Thanks for for joining us today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on all platforms at Real Tea at the Closing Table.
Giving you all the tea in these real estate streets, focusing on real topics, real life, and the real struggles of being a Black woman in the real estate game.